Hello Newcastle Fans TV, we have hit over 8,000 subscribers, thank you very much. Today we're not going to be doing thank you, kiss your arse and all of that, we're not. I'm going to give you an honest opinion of how difficult YouTube is so you guys can appreciate how hard it is. And it's not just YouTube, it's things like Facebook, Twitter. We're going to be talking about trolls, famous Newcastle players following us, and so on and so on. So we're going to hear from Will very shortly, but I'm just going to give you a few figures, and I'm going to talk about YouTube in general. So around about 4 months ago, that's when we hit 7,000. So we've hit on average about 250 subscribers per month at the growth. So it's a good growth. We're at 1.2 million views, which is fantastic. At the minute, we're currently standing at 8,023. So obviously, if you scroll down to the red button there, that might have gone up by now. I just want to talk about fan cams there quickly then. So fan cams, I feel, is better than what it was at the beginning. We've improved. Will's improved so much. Very proud of Will. He has improved so much on camera, so much more confident. I think Will's got a little bit more improved. I think I haven't personally, but we are getting it. I know you guys want like more characters, but it's difficult just pulling off the random Joe off the street. Hopefully, and that's the aim next year, because that's what I want to push on next year, is fan cams. You know, the views are starting to come in from fan cams as well. You know, it took a while. You know, and for me, you know, you've got like the likes of 40 who comes on, and Sharky who are regulars, and Johnny who's been on recently, and then you've got the younger ones like Alicia and who's what, 16, 17, and then you've got like Lawrence about the same age, and James as well. They're the regulars. Hopefully we'll mix that up next year, keep those guys on, but then pull some randomers, left, right and centre, some oldies, because it's not just a young audience. We do have people who are a lot older than myself watching the channel as well. So fan cams next season is the real push as well. Just talk about just recently, actually just last week, the sun approached me and Will and went to do some filming around the strawberry, around the ground as well. Absolutely delighted. Yes, you might say the son of this, the son of that, but a national newspaper recognised our channel, which is pretty mind-blowing. You got to think that the Sun have seen us and they've come all the way from London to film with, which is pretty big, I have to say. You know, we'll give you more news once we get that, because it'll be filmed on their media pages as well, broadcast as well. Recently we've done a campaign with Betbull on Twitter, so you might see a few more of those going out as well. We've got another campaign lined up as well, we've been asked to do as well, so fingers crossed that goes well. Our app has launched. For you guys who don't follow us on social media, we now have an app, which is fantastic. There'll be a separate video on that. So it's an app. It's called Think to Score. Download the app, search for Newcastle United, and fire away with the quiz. There's a new quiz every week, and there's going to be leaderboards, and I'm going to be putting it on the channels as well. So you can say, well, this person's top 10, and so on and so on. And I can also put different questions towards the developers of the app as well, because we're in partnership with Think to Score, and they approached us as well, another company. You know, delighted at that. You know. Something I want to touch on now is, again, some of you will not know this, but 6 of the Newcastle squad follow us on Twitter now. It's genuine. I'm going to put it on the screen so you can see it. Yes, majority of the under-23s, but, you know, we've got the likes of Chancellor and Bemba following us as well, which is absolutely fantastic. 6 Newcastle players, and that's something I'm immensely proud of, because these guys, we didn't ask them. These guys have seen us amongst, I don't know, Facebook, maybe on the website, maybe on YouTube, on Twitter, and they follow us, and I'm absolutely delighted. It's something that not everybody can say, and it's something that it's the hard work that goes in, which I'll talk about in a moment, of behind the scenes after YouTube as well. Podcasts, I do feel podcasts need to improve still, but I'm absolutely delighted to see ourselves on like iTunes, SoundCloud, you know, and Podomatic. But get our podcasts out. I'm delighted that some of you download them when you're at work and when you're at school and when you're at gym. No matter how old you are, I'm delighted to see those downloads roll in. You know, we don't get a penny for them. We just do them out of love for the talking about football. We want you, get yous involved. Come along. Come along over the summer. We're going to be filming around like the stadium and the nice sunshine, you know, and we're going to be talking everything about football, transfers and so on and so on. So get involved in that. What I want to try and stress is this is not mine and Will's channel. This is yours. Get involved with us, you know. I mean, the website, I'm going to talk about that website now. I mean, the website launched in February, and we've got some dedicated writers, you know, so we've got 3 or 4 writers. They're going to have their own profile over the summer on the website, because they've been at it since the website launched in February, and it's something I'm immensely proud of as well, having newcastlefanstv.com, its own domain. Now, the views that we get from YouTube and the ads go back in the website, so I don't see a penny of it. Will doesn't. Goes back in there, and any equipment that we might need is also there as well to pay for it, which is absolutely fantastic. We don't make a profit. We're not a local celebrity who needs money, who needs views. We're not that kind of channel, you know. Also cover England. Not many people know that, you know. We'll cover England every time England play. Maybe that'll kick on. Maybe we can get an England specialist on the channel. Maybe who's someone who does reviews, previews just for England alone. It's like a part-time thing. Maybe one of you guys can get involved in that, because I cover that at the moment. We're friends with the Chronicle as well, so obviously two of the guys follow us. We've got another interview lined up with Lee Ryder. We interviewed him back in just before Christmas. Another interview lined up at the end of the season. So we're going to be interviewing him and his thoughts. Maybe get you a lot involved with your questions, and we'll put them towards Lee and get you on screen as well. So when you speak, your Twitter handle or your Facebook or your YouTube, whatever comes up as well. Talking about the games when we're around the ground and so on, you know, Will gets recognised so much more. I get recognised between 10 to 15 times, and it's nice. I'm not going to lie, it's nice that you get the young kids asking for your photo, and you feel proud that these guys kind of look up to you. Not look up to you, but see it as like, not a figurehead, because I'm not the voice of Newcastle, never as Will. We're not. We're our own independent away from the club. But it's nice that people recognise and come up and say, "Can I have a photo of you?" And it's really nice, you know. We'll see it on Twitter and Facebook and things like that. It's really genuinely nice, you know. But you know, we're not there to be recognised. We're there to bring yous involved. You know, that's what the aim is. Some of you might not see it or come across as that, but that is genuinely what we are trying to do. I just want to talk about like people who talk about us, good and bad, and then we'll talk about the real behind the scenes of YouTube as well. So we'll get talked about good and bad, generally speaking, over our social media. We'll start with the good. So it's nice to see that people respond a lot back to us on Twitter. I'm delighted at that. Facebook's getting more and more comments back now. I'm happy to see Facebook, because it's verified Facebook page. Not many groups have verified Facebook pages. We have. So you guys are getting involved a lot more, interacting, which is so much better, including Twitter. Instagram is another one. A lot is inboxing with us now, which is really nice for that. And we've got our own Snapchat if you want to get involved too. But people talk about negatively. I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because we're more out there in the public, and you were across social media and everywhere. People talk about myself. People talk about Will. People talk about the people who come on, criticise those. People who we're friends with, so the likes of 40, who's people might say he's a rival channel, but not. He's actually genuine. We've got his number, we're in contact with each other. It's quite special, the relations that we've got with 40, and people try and troll him and me and Will for what we do. We've had fake accounts made up of myself. We've had fake accounts. Will had his first fake account just a couple of weeks back now. Got that shut down, because all you got to do is show your ID to Facebook or Twitter and it gets shut down. We've had one about Newcastle Fans TV, fake one pretending to be us. So we've had it all, and I think that's part and parcel of being public, so to speak. I don't like using that word. We've also seen videos, our videos get downloaded and then re-uploaded to their channel as well. I've seen a lot of them as well. Some of them seem to be default channels trying to get a kick. I don't know why, but that gets shut down immediately. And we've also seen things like our videos without permission getting used on Facebook pages and Twitter pages as well without permission. So they take the video without even giving credit. I do have to stress though, Newcastle United More Than Football Club are the only genuine page who actually do mention us. And we could be dicks. We could say pack it in, that's actually copyright, because if it's made by us, it's actually copyright. And I just want to speak about copyright at the moment, because we do use other videos on some of our videos. So the likes of NUFC TV. We actually got permission off the club to actually use that. We're in contact with the club. We've been in contact with Newcastle, the club, about 4 or 5 times over the season. We're in contact with Lee Marshall. We talked about it earlier on the season about what we can and what we can't use in their content. So we're delighted that we can actually use their content with permission. So anything you see in our videos always has pictures courtesy of whoever the provider is, because we've sought that permission and we've got it. So that's quite a special bond that we've got, and hopefully we'll get a player interview, you know. So let's talk about a little bit about the hate that we get, trolls and stuff. So for me, when I first got it, I did take it quite negatively. I was quite, I wouldn't say I was upset, I was quite pissed off, is the right word I would describe it as. I was like, why people, like, I used to get called Oompa Loompa, and because I like a sunbed and things like that. I've seen all my mates, I'm actually pale compared to my mates. And just little things like that, and fake profiles and fake Newcastle Fans TV and all this sort of stuff. And it affected me at first, it genuinely did. And then I got over it dead quickly because I kept seeing it happening. It got to the point where I didn't care because I was building, because remember it was Lee Lawler HD, I was building that away, putting Newcastle Fans TV, because Newcastle Fans TV has only been in motion just under a year. We've come a long way in under a year for what's going on outside of YouTube. And the talk about the brand, it gets our brand there. So bad publicity is good publicity in my eyes. And if you're talking about the brand, I'm more than happy for you to talk about the brand, because it gets people with. To give you an example, we had a troll. It was roughly, when was it? It was about October time. We gained roughly about 34 subscribers in a week. Averaging about 250 per month. We got 34, and that's when we didn't really hit it off. So we got 34 off a, wouldn't even say a week, probably about 3 or 4 days, because of that one account, which I'm delighted about. And yeah, it affected it. It doesn't bother us now. And we're going to hear from Will dead quickly. I know I'm rambling on. So that coming away from all this sounds fantastic, what we're getting up to, but it gets to the point where I'm coming in from work. I've done a 11, 12 hour shift, you know, I'm knackered. And sometimes I think myself, I'm not going to lie, I think, oh, can I be arsed? I really can't be arsed doing this. But you know, there's something that gets me in this room. I mean, this room, just talking about this room is built as Newcastle. And I've got big aspirations for this, to having sofa in here and having people, guests in here, talking about the club, making videos. A bit like the Red Men TV do, who follow us on Twitter. And the Ball Street do as well. So I come in and sometimes I can't be arsed with you. Sometimes I can't be bothered to sit there, make a video, and sit there for 4 or 5 hours doing the social media, because once the video's done, processed, edited, upload, shared, then I've got to do the Facebook and then the Twitter. But it's the dedication I have. I'm very dedicated to doing it, and sometimes I feel, oh, I can't be bothered. And how many times do you not see a video going on YouTube every day? How often have you seen that? Probably once a month where you might not see a video where I'm knackered and I genuinely need a rest because I'm run down off it. Match days are absolutely fantastic, you know, interview all yous lot and doing the recording, but coming home after that match, I dread it. I absolutely dread it, because I've got to whack out 10, 11 videos within the space of 24 hours. And sometimes I'm at work the very next day as well, so bring my laptop into work, and it's very draining. Some people don't realise how much a YouTuber goes through, who like appreciate it at the side of things. Like for someone who does a similar kind of stuff, like 40 would appreciate what we'll go through to do it all. So every day there's a video out. Will's getting involved, you know. Will, I'm very proud of Will, and Fancam so much better than what it used to be. Let's actually hear from Will, of obviously about 8,000 subs.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for 8,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me, and I definitely know it means a hell of a lot to Lee. It's amazing how much the channel has grown in the last season, and how we've expanded the channel out. You know, I never thought, you know, we'd be making podcasts. We've now got our own new app, the website as well. It's just absolutely incredible, and you know, it's all down to your support. And we always, you know, look at the comments, and we always try and improve our content. And we just massively appreciate all the support you show us through Twitter, through Facebook, for everything like that. For me, as an aspiring journalist, it's fantastic to see how it's growing and how we've improved from your feedback. And yes, I just want to extend my gratitude to you lot, and your continued support of Newcastle as well, despite currently going through a bit of a sticky spell. But you know, hey ho, let's keep it up, and hopefully we will be a Premier League club coming into the season. Hopes for the future. I mean, I'm expecting this channel to keep on growing, especially in the Premier League, and it's only going to be down to you guys that are able to do that. And the more we grow, the better our content will get. The more feedback you give us, the better we can attempt to make the content. And it'll just constantly improve, the channel will keep on growing. But yes, thank you so much for 8,000 subscribers, and hopefully many more to come. Alright, thanks everybody.
So Will's over the moon. Yeah, so I thought this video would just be more about a real insight of what goes on as part of Newcastle Fans TV, you know. So as soon as I finish this video, this will be edited, shared, uploaded, and then I'm on the social media as well. So it doesn't stop for me. It's like a part-time job. I spend honestly about 5 hours per day. It doesn't matter if I'm at work or not. 5 hours per day doing videos, uploading, social media, everything. And, we interact with all of you as well. But get involved. That's what it is, a fan channel, Send your footage in. Send us a video. Get in touch. Be part of the podcast. Get in touch. So I hope you like it. Something different. I am happy that it's hit over 8,000 subs. Delighted. Hopefully get 10,000 and hopefully get a third presenter. That's the aim for me. So 10,000 subs before the start of the season and a third presenter who's confident in front of the camera, who can edit as well, because it's a lot of work, as I mentioned. But yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do mean that. Thank you so much for your support, and we shall be seeing you later. Bye bye.